Hi there. Tell me, what do you think about Tencent? Will the stock price go up or down from the current level? Because as you can see, the stock price has declined again. Another decline of over 10%. That happened because of Chinese regulations. They come up with new rules that affected their business model, especially their game segment. But if you look at the whole picture, you can see that the stock price has declined by over 60% from its peak, from its last peak, the highest peak. And now the market cap is about 2.7 trillion Hong Kong dollars. But what if the stock price rebounds back? How much will we make? Well, if you look at the current stock price, it's about $36. And if it rebounds back, your return may be more than 142%. And by the way, Tencent is a great business. They keep growing a lot. If you look at their revenue, you can see that their past performance was amazing. A compound annual growth rate of around 15%. So that's great. Now, the problem with this business is that they have a lot of opportunities. You don't know for sure how much will they grow in the future. They operate in more industries. You can say in all industries. Software, payments, gaming, entertainment, and social media. You can have a better view of their business by looking at this picture, where you can see all their services. As I said, they have social media, they have two main apps, Weixin and QQ. Then games, they offer domestic games and also internationally. So this segment is well diversified. Even though they face more regulations from China, they can still make money from international markets. That's an advantage. Then they offer other subscription services such as music, reading, watching videos, and others. And another important segment is their financial services, where they have Weixin Pay and other services. You can imagine this segment as a combination between a bank, a payment network, and an insurance company. So this segment has a lot of opportunities ahead. Moreover, if you look at their users, you can see that in social media, they are number one. They have over 1.3 billion monthly active users, so that's great. For their Weixin app and also WeChat. For the QQ, they have over 500 million. In payments, they are number one by monthly active users. And if you look at the other segments, you can see that they have a lot of segments. Now the question is, which segments will grow the most in the future? Well, I think that their fintech segment and also their cloud computing have a lot of opportunities. Because if you look at their cloud segment, you can see that they offer more services, not only infrastructure or platform as a service. They also offer software services, such as WeCom, Tencent Meeting, Tencent Docs, Security, and CDN. Now, maybe you have no idea what those apps do, but if you research more about their applications, you can find that WeCom is something like Microsoft Teams, Tencent Meeting is something like Zoom, Tencent Docs is something like Google, Weixin, a complex application, but you can think of it as a social media app, then Security, and CDN is a CRM application. You can think of it as Salesforce. So if you combine all those applications, and if you look at how many users they have, over 1 billion, they have a lot of opportunities. As long as China keeps growing, more companies will need their services. Tencent may become the largest software company in China. And if that happens, then guess what will happen to the market cap? It will go up a lot, even more than the current level. So they have more opportunities ahead. And I'm referring to those software applications because those have the highest margins, where they can make a lot of profits. Their infrastructure may not have high profits, but they'll be able to offer other applications that can increase their earnings. And that's great. Plus, if you look at their cash flow, it keeps growing. They currently have over 200 billion renminbis. And if you do a quick valuation, the market cap may be around 2 trillion based on their cash flow. Now, don't forget, they also have an investment portfolio where the value is around 114 billion. And if you also add this portfolio, then the total value will be over 2.8 trillion Hong Kong dollars. Of course, it also depends on the exchange rate between the US dollar and the Hong Kong dollar. But anyway, at the current level, the stock price seems undervalued. And don't forget, they have more opportunities. If they keep growing by 15% a year, as it happened in the last 5 years, then your return would be quite amazing. You can easily double your money from the current level in the next 5 years, or even less. But of course, you also have to be aware of the risk. There are other competitors that may affect their margins. Some of their businesses may decline, others will rise. And there is also geopolitical risk between the US and China. That can affect their business. So if you like this business, their future opportunities, what they are doing, then you might want to take advantage at the current level as the stock price is so low. But if you are afraid of that risk, of China, trade war between the US and China, then don't invest in this company. Because if the stock price goes down another 50%, then you might panic and sell the stock at a loss. And you don't want that. You want to sell when the stock price doubles or goes up 10x if they keep growing. So it's up to you if you like the risk and the reward. And if you have any other questions, please let me know in the comments.